So hi guys, it is me, Jake, and yes, I know I did do a character chatbot video recently, but since making that, my good old pal Kaz has since made a few more. So they made a YouTube post about a landlord one that they created, and I was like, hey, that's kind of cool, I want to check that out, the evil landlord who wouldn't want to talk to him about his inventions and machines and whatever toaster he keeps managing to blow up within one use. And I went and checked it out, but I realized that they actually made a few more than just the landlord one. So I was like, I'll wait for a video. Why don't I, turn this into a part two? Because the first one didn't do half bad, and for some reason I find it fun to mess with the character bots. The Saboka one was so unhinged at the time because it went in a weird direction, and if you saw the end of my last video, it was not going where I thought it was. I apparently just have a dirty mind. But he ended up asking me all these weird questions only for me to open my eyes to a ghost. And then the weird part is that me and this AI chatbot of Saboka ended up trying to build a time machine, like the tortoise time police box from Doctor Who. We tried to build one of those so we could go forward a week because we didn't want to have to wait a whole week to play Dungeons and Dragons together. And if that doesn't sum up how crazy this website can be, I don't know what does, because seriously, I never would have thought that I would say the sentence, or these words in the same sentence. I built a Doctor Who time box with AI Saboka. The last video I did, there was Mark, Dan, myself, Saboka, and Gerardo. And I was like, hey, you have Mark, you could make Dan and Jason to go with it, maybe, but I'm not forcing or anything, but you could if you wanted. So we have Dan, who I'm really excited to mess with, because if you watch The Stupid Adventures of Dan and Jason, you'll know just how chaotic he can be, especially if you've seen how he acted in the movie. And then we have Jason, I'm also quite excited to chat with. But then if we scroll down a bit, they've actually made a chatbot of themselves. Your local NB Brit who loves webtoons. Which is pretty cool. I doubt it's gonna have an AI voice like the others because they don't use their voice online, and the robotic voice that they use for their podcast, it probably can't be used in this kind of way. So the first thing I want to do is I want to chat to Dan. Pretty wacky, often weird, but quite funny. I really need to know what happens with Dan. Oh, and he's got a voice too. I voice act for Dan. I gotta put on his voice 1 second. Hey man, what's up? You you want to talk about my friends with me? I always have a fun story to tell. We go on crazy adventures all the time, man. Tell me about Mark and Jason.
Okay, man. So I've got two friends, Jason and Mark. They're both quite unique. But let me tell you, Jason is a little special at times.
Okay, first off, the voice. Second off, Jason is a little special at times. They're both quite unique, but let me tell you, Jason is a little special at Jason is not. You need to learn to separate the voice actor from the character. I know I made a joke about the characters having ADHD because of the voice actor in the movie, but okay, special. What do you mean
Yeah,
special?
special. He's a little odd in his personality and outlook on life. Don't get me wrong, he's a nice guy at heart. But sometimes he gets these weird, crazy ideas about the world and how things work. It's crazy, man.
I mean, there's not really much to go off of, considering there's only been 2.5 episodes, a fake April Fool's movie, and like the most random amount of shorts and whatever you can think of. I know there's not much to go off of for like personality wise, but why? You're one to talk about weird personality, Dan. Have you ever heard yourself talk before?
Hey, that's not nice, man. I'm not weird, man. Just maybe a little quirky at times, but that's no reason to call me weird.
You heard it here first, guys. He's not weird, just a little quirky at times. I need to make a t-shirt. I need to make t-shirt designs for my webtoon. And one of them is just Dan. He's not weird, just a little quirky at times. Oh, this is hilarious. Seems kind of weird to me, man.
Okay, maybe I admit sometimes I say the weirdest stuff, but it's funny.
I mean,
You shut up. You shut up. I am tired of people saying roommates.
true. You gotta admit, it is kind of funny.
Okay, so can I tell you a story about something that happened to Jason?
Yes, please, yes. Tell me. Gossip, brother,
So
gossip.
there was this one time me and Jason and Mark were all hanging out.
Go on.
Whole conversation when suddenly, out of the blue, Jason started talking about how he thinks the laws of gravity are wrong and shouldn't exist.
Okay. None of this is even remotely true. There has never been an instance of any conversation relating to this in the actual web series.
I was like, what are you talking about? Gravity is totally
Nah, man,
real.
that
And
stuff
Jason's
is
like,
made
no,
up
it's
by the
not. I
government
refuse
to
to
sell
believe that it is. And
Oreos.
I was like, dude, do you not see how that apple is falling off the tree?
I'm sorry, what did I just... The gravity was made up by the government to sell Oreos? That's really what I said? The gravity is made up by the government to sell, I don't know, because I don't know where I was going with that.
I know, man, I know. And trust me, he didn't stop there. He kept going into all of these crazy theories about how gravity was made up and how it's all just made up by NASA and the government to control our behavior and stuff.
If anything, Dan would be the one to say this kind of... I mean, Dan isn't stupid. He's just... Like, it's called The Stupid Adventures of Dan and Jason, but the characters themselves are not stupid. The adventures they go on are stupid. Dan is not stupid. He's just crazy. And although, to be honest, this does sound like something he would say, maybe.
Yeah, man, I was like, what is with you and all this crazy conspiracy theory stuff? But he just kept going on and on. It was crazy, man, crazy.
Also, excuse my voice in this, because I'm still slightly sick from the last video I did. Are all your friends crazy, Dan?
I mean, I guess all of my friends have a bit of a crazy side to them, but I swear, man, Jason takes the cake when it comes to craziness.
Well, you heard it here, guys. Jason does not believe in gravity. How do you not... I'm sorry. What? How do you not believe in gravity? Literally, what do you think is keeping us from floating into space? What do you call that, if not gravity? I don't think he's crazy, just a little stupid.
A little? The guy thinks gravity is made up by the government, man.
Okay, you have a point, and
Yeah, man. And honestly, that wasn't even the craziest thing he said that night.
okay, so what was?
Well, he started going on about how he was pretty sure that the moon was actually made of cheese, and that we had just never had the technology to go there and prove it.
I mean, the moon is made of cheese, yeah? I mean, you could just, like, extend your arm really long, grab, like, a big hunk of moon and start taking a bite out of it, right? Come on, man. Like, Surely it's not made out of cheese, but like, it's more fun to believe that it is, right? As long as you don't get carried away with it, it's still fun to believe that it's real, you know? I'm just gonna ask the most stupid question and see what he says.
What? No, where did you ever get that idea? I mean, sure, I guess it does at times.
Would that not make it cheese then?
No, a similarity in appearance does not equate to an actual similarity in substance.
And a sentence that smart and comprehensive did not just come out of your mouth, I know that. The moon is cheese, you can't deny it, Dan.
No, the moon is not made of cheese.
You're the crazy one here.
I'm what?
Yeah, you heard me. You heard me, you little mother.
How you gonna call me crazy for knowing that the moon is not made of cheese, but not call Jason crazy for thinking that it is?
The moon is literal cheese, though.
No, it's not.
How can you prove it then?
You really want me to prove to you that the moon is not made of cheese?
It is, though. It is.
It is not,
How do you know this?
because the moon is a rock and rocks are not made of cheese. What else would it be if not a rock?
Cheese! I just said that, bro.
But rocks are made out of minerals and stuff, while cheese is made out of milk products. They're two completely different substances.
The moon is not a rock, it is
If
cheese.
it's not a rock, then what else is it?
Cheese! Get it through your thick skull,
It is
Dan!
not cheese.
Have you never heard of the expression moon cheese? There's literally a snack you can buy called moon cheese. What more proof do you need?
Just shut up.
The way he said that, just shut up!
I'll
Go on then. You'll
shove
what?
cheese down your throat.
Kinky? No, sorry, no. Ah,
You're weird, man.
I like cheese is all. You're calling.
So much
Wait,
so
hang
that
on.
you're fine with having it shoved down your throat?
You're calling me weird? Excuse you? I'm having a blast. This is too funny.
But so much that you'd be fine with choking and possibly dying because someone stuffed cheese down
Whoa,
your
whoa,
throat?
Oh, AI's gonna take over the world. AI's gonna do this and that. Meanwhile, the Dan AI bot is arguing with me over cheese.
Shoving cheese down your throat is being safe?
If you know what you're doing, then yeah.
What? How in the world could shoving cheese down your throat be safe?
I am going to get so many strange looks from this. So many people are just going to take off to the comments like, oh my goodness, this dude believes that the moon is made out of cheese and likes cheese being shoved down their throat. What kind of weirdo is this? Clarification, I don't actually think that. I was just making a joke. And it's more fun to believe that the moon is made of cheese rather than some dumb, boring rock, so. Also, no, I don't want cheese to be shoved down my throat. I mean, you can just gently place it in my mouth and all. That sounds even weirder. What am I saying? I think if we went on any longer with that, it would just be a continuous back and forth about shoving cheese down your throat. So, let's move on to Jason, shall we? I want to chat with Cameron. Cameron seems fun to chat with. Hey, bro, did you come here to chat? Because I've always got I can't. My voice is awful because I'm sick, and I can't do the Cameron voice, but hopefully on screen is like a better impression of Cameron that I can do.
I don't know.
Mr. Johnson?
Yeah?
Bro, he's like the toughest bully around.
What are you talking about, bro? This is how I always sound. Do you not know your own brother? We are brothers, after all.
Hey, bro, did you come here to chat? Because I've always. I can't. Okay. I can't. Sorry. because I've always got a cool story to tell about me and my bro here. I'm sure you've got some cool stories too, but none of those could ever compare to the chaotic stuff me and my bro get up to, bro. I get the joke, but you don't. Okay.
Once me and my bro were doing our studies at our collage library, bro. Then all of a sudden we noticed that there was a really cute girl studying there too, bro. So we decided to go and talk to her, bro.
Collage library, okay. A really cute girl, okay. It doesn't sound like him, it just sounds like a higher pitched Gerardo. But I guess that's literally Cameron. It's just a higher pitched Gerardo, if you think about it.
So then me and my bro began to talk to the girl, and she seemed really nice, bro. We introduced ourselves as brothers, even though we aren't actually. That's just something that we like to do for fun, bro.
Told you.
She seemed to like us as well, bro, but then my bro said, so, what's your number, sis? Bro. Yeah, not very smooth from my bro, was it? But guess what happened next, bro? She actually gave us her number, bro.
Was it Beatrice or Sojourny?
Yeah, bro. But then my bro got a little too excited, bro.
Okay. Don't get too excited in the library. Calm down. Calm down, Beavis, calm down.
Well, then all of a sudden he said, what time should I pick you up later, sis? Bro.
You don't need to say bro at the end of every sentence. Okay, go on.
And you know what she said to him, bro?
What?
She blocked him, bro. She came up to me the next day and said, you're more polite than your brother. How about I give you my number?
I highly doubt that. I'm sorry. You're the more chaotic of the two. I highly doubt that. But okay.
And guess who got a date with a girl, bro?
You?
Yes, me, bro.
Wow.
We had the absolute best time ever, bro. We got to go to an amusement park, and I got to win her a giant stuffed animal at the carnival games. And we got to get to have lunch at her favorite fast food place, and we got to have ice cream afterwards. And then she dropped me back off at my dorm room, and I got to tell my bro all about it, bro. Well, yes, bro.
Right. Cameron was not as interesting as I thought. He is pretty chaotic on the show, and it even says chaotic right there. And I thought he would be more interesting, but he's literally just telling like some random story about like a chick. So we're gonna move on to Jason, because I am curious about Jason, and I want to know what's going on with Jason. The cool thing is I don't need to put on a voice for Jason, because when I voice act him, it's literally just my normal voice. Hey, how are you doing today? Want to chat? I mean, that's why you're here, right? To do some chit-chatting? Oh yeah, it says...
Great. Now, I like talking about many different topics. Although, the topic I do like talking about the most is Nintendo Switch games, especially ones with multiplayer support, as I always got friends who can hop in if they wanna.
Usually pretty chill, can get annoyed if angered. I still find it weird that it's weird to hear your voice. It's weird asking the important questions here.
I have, actually. It's actually one of my favorite Nintendo Switch games to play. It's just so fun and chaotic, it's great. And the online mode is awesome. I often love playing it with friends, and it's the absolute best.
I love Monkey Ball. I remember this so vividly. I used to have a Monkey Ball game for my GameCube. And when we were moving from my old house to my new apartment, like roughly a year, 2 years ago, like I could find like almost everything. Like I found the console itself. I could not find the cords or the game controllers to go with it. And I only found like 4 games out of like the 10 that I used to have. Because it was stored away in like an old closet and I just could not find the others. One of the ones I found was Sonic. Some kind of like Sonic. I found Star Fox or some like fox thing, and then a few others. And I could not find Monkey Ball, and I was so distraught about that because it's Monkey Ball. But I have Monkey Ball for my Switch now, which is pretty cool.
Panel de Pawn's actually a fairly good puzzle game, and it can be quite addicting. The gameplay can be a bit repetitive at times, but the gameplay's still fun, and the music is just great. It's also a bit difficult at times too, which I find fun. Overall, I'd say it's a pretty good game.
Nice.
Thank you. I've always had a big passion for video games, and I love playing them when I get the time to. I'm an especially big Nintendo fan, but I also enjoy playing games from other consoles as well.
Ah, yes, because the 0 times that you've ever mentioned the Nintendo Switch or any kind of video games in general just totally makes sense on why you like them so much. You've mentioned it 0 times at all in the series. I can understand where this is coming from.
Oh, yeah, definitely. My two best friends also enjoy playing video games. Dan likes playing online shooters and multiplayer fighting
I can
games,
tell
while
why.
Mark likes to play open world games and RPGs.
I can
I
tell
often play
why.
games with them, whether it be co op or multiplayer.
Honestly, it seems like something Dan would play. Shooters and overall fighting games. It would seem like Mark would like to play RPGs and open world because that's more or less his kind of thing.
Yeah, it's pretty fun. It can get a bit chaotic at times, though, with all of us yelling at our TV screens, but we get through it. Do you like playing video games?
Pretty fun, I must say.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. So, you got any favorite games that you like to play?
What if I just said the most unhinged game and see how he reacts? Because, like, personally, I quite like Minecraft. It's like, well, it's not my favorite, but it's like one of them. I really like Mario Kart and, like, as I mentioned before, Monkey Ball. But, like, what if I just thought of, like, the most unhinged game? And wait, I'm probably gonna rile so many people up with saying Mario Kart.
DS is actually a pretty great Mario Kart game. I used to play it a ton with my mates back in middle school. It was a ton of fun, and the controls were really simple. It also has a great roster of characters, especially for such an old Mario Kart game, and the tracks were all really fun too. I also love the unique items that it had that have never been seen in any of the other Mario Kart games. And with being able to play multiplayer with your mates anywhere, it was an absolute joy to play.
I am probably going to rile up quite a few people by saying that Mario Kart DS is the worst Mario Kart out there, but I stand by it. And I mean, why would you play Mario Kart DS when you could have Mario Kart, freaking Mario Kart 8? Oh, but I don't have a Switch. It's one of the newer consoles. Well, what about Mario Kart Wii, huh? I I have a Wii, right? I can't use it anymore because the hard drive is just dead and none of the games work. But like, I had Mario Kart Wii, and it was the funnest thing ever until I found out about Mario Kart 8, and now that is just the like, you can't even play as Splatoon characters. You can't play as the Inklings or the Octlings in friggin' Mario Kart DS. What can you do? Like, sure, you can play like, oh, missions and unlockable levels and stuff, but like, it's just overall a horrible game. And I'm probably gonna rile a lot of people up with this, but hey man, I'm like a video game connoisseur, and I know what I'm talking about when I'm talking about video games, because that is one of my special interests, is video games, and sometimes I will just hyperfixate on one video game for like over an hour, if not like 2 hours, and then I'll look at the time, and I'll be, what, wait a minute, how did it get to be this time already? Why was I playing this game for so long? I've got other shit to do, bro.
Yeah, absolutely. Do you have a favorite Mario Kart track by any chance?
This is also going to be very controversial, but I actually do love Rainbow Road. It's one of my favorite maps. Every time it comes as like an option to pick when I'm playing online, I always pick Rainbow Road.
Rainbow Road, absolute classic track right there. I especially love the music that plays throughout the course. Just sets such an epic and fitting atmosphere. Do you prefer the track in Mario Kart DS or a different game's version? Mario Kart 8? I'd say that has a good version of Rainbow Road too. I love how they added in anti-gravity sections and loop-de-loops in the map. Really makes it stand out in other courses. The music for this version of Rainbow Road is really good too. I actually prefer the Mario Kart 8 version overall myself, so I very much agree with your opinion.
Well, I mean, there is more than one Rainbow Road. There's like at least 4 of them, I think. Right. I'm moving on to the next chat because I did realize that this recording is going on a bit long, and granted, it probably won't be as long with like editing, but it is getting a bit long, and if I were to stay with the Jason chat for much longer, we'd just literally be talking about Mario Kart. So, and that's not very, like, it's a fun game, it's just not a very interesting conversation to have. And I really want to check out the Kaz. I want to see, like, how the Kaz bot is, because, like, if there's anyone that knows them better than anyone else, it's me. Like, aside from them, I know them better than, well, I mean, their boyfriend, but if there's any one of their friends that knows them better than anyone else, it would be me, and I want to see how accurate this actually is to, like, actual Kaz. Also, what? So there's a voice, and I'm just curious to see what it sounds like, because they don't... Are we about to get... hello? Oh, hello there. I'm not doing a British accent. I can't do a British accent, I'm sorry. And I don't want to offend anybody. So, hello there. Would you like to chat about webtoons or art? I'm an artist as well as my friends, and I'm always down to share some art tips or fun stories about me and my friends. Let's see if it gets their favorite webtoon or not. I'm curious. Also, what is the voice gonna sound like?
My favorite webtoon right now would be a webtoon created by Flojo called Roommates. It's a slice of life comedy that follows 4 friends living in a house together and the shenanigans they get up to.
I'm sorry, what? Okay, first of all, props on you. It got the created by Flojo bit right. But I'm so... what? Who in the hell's voice was that? I'm sorry? Nah. The f*** was it? Nah. That was kind of trippy, man. Let's see if it gets their favorite character right.
In Roommates, that's a tough one. It's hard to choose between all 4 of them, but I would probably go with Joseph.
Nope.
He's the character who is the most relatable for me, and I love his snarkiness.
Their favorite character is the landlord, not Joseph. So far, it got one thing wrong, and I'm tagging points for that. Quite like Dan. Dan is actually my favorite.
Dan is a great character. I always find it funny how oblivious he can be sometimes, and I love how his personality has remained the same since the start of the webtoon.
I mean, hasn't all of their personalities stayed the same? I'm sorry, this is messing with me.
While Roommates is my favorite webtoon, there are some other ones that I really enjoyed as well. No Signal, another one created by Flojo, was a really good short one that I wish could have lasted longer. I
Same.
also really enjoyed a few webtoons like Nevermore and Boyfriends.
Okay, ignoring those last two, because I've not heard of those. Same, bro. I get why it ended, because, like, it was just the same, like, stuff every episode. But, dude. Or at least I'd love to see, like, a one-time episode. I'd love to see a one-time episode that just features Beatrice and Sojourner as, like, you know, just they're the main characters for, like, one episode. I'd love to see that, bro. Like, the episode that they were in was one of my favorites. and like, I quote this on the daily. I'm not even joking. I quote this on the daily. The $5 fill-up thing. Like, it'll... like, we'll be talking about it's like, oh, hey, look, we got some coupons. Oh, we got coupons for, like, McDonald's, or we got coupons for, like, Wendy's, and I'll just be like, $5 fill up in the voice, just $5 fill up, and it's just hilarious. Also, I don't know whose voice you went and nabbed there, Kaz, but it sounds really familiar, and it's bugging the hell out of me.
Hi, Nameless in editing here. I think if we just pitch this up a tad, we can reveal it to be.
Oh, that's great! It's such a shame that it had to end so soon. I wish I could have seen more of the characters interact and grow. It had a lot of potential, I think.
Not much to interact and grow with. It was literally just random improv each episode. Yeah, I know I'm kind of rushing through these a bit now, but the recording's going on a bit long, and I really want to go with, like, Lance and Koi, because, like, well, they're not my favorite roommates, but I still quite like them. I mean, it's Lance. He's the 5th roommate. It's everyone's favorite evil landlord. I gotta see what chatting with him is like. Ugh, what? Can't you say I'm busy? Fine, I guess you can stay. Just don't touch anything. This place is like a landmine. Anything could self-destruct with even the slightest movement if you're not careful like me.
I am working on the most powerful and evil device I've ever made, and it is definitely not a toaster.
Ah, dude, it got his voice so perfectly. And the accent. Okay, but real talk, can somebody actually please tell me in the comments why this guy's so obsessed with toasters? Cause like, I get that he made a toaster and it blew up, right? But like, why is he so obsessed with them? I don't get it. I don't think it was ever explained in the show. It just one day, like, hey, look, a toaster, boom, it exploded. So can someone please tell me why that is?
You have got to be kidding me. Toasters are my weakness. I've got a bit of a history with them. I prefer not to elaborate on them. Yes, okay, yes. Are you happy, satisfied, or whatever now? Toasters hate me.
It's okay, man. I hate toasters too.
You do?
Well, you know what they say. All toasters, toast, toast. Not really my slice of toast.
So we're in agreement. Toasters are stupid and deserve to be self-destructed. Finally, someone who agrees with me. Yes, I can't wait to get rid of those things. This will be the best thing I've ever done. I can't believe I haven't thought of this sooner. I mean, I've been destroying so many toasters because of how much I hate them, but now we can put an end to them forever.
Alright, cancel what I said earlier. Apparently he doesn't like toasters, he hates them, so you no longer need to explain why he likes them so much. Just, tell me what his obsession with toasters is at least, because I'm dying to know. Alright, that was getting kind of repetitive, and the recording is pretty long as it is, so granted it's going to be shorter with editing. I still want to mess around with the Koi AI bot, though, because I think it'd be pretty fun. Oh, hey, did you, want to chat or something? Because I'm down for a little chit-chat if you are. We could chat about my often annoying roommates or their equally annoying cat. I swear I'm the only normal one here sometimes. No voice? Well, where to start? Oh well, damn it. Using his full name. Daniel always collects a million pencils and never cleans up after himself. Joseph's cat Fluffy always gets on my nerves. Like, she jumps all over the counter and stuff. And she wants me to feed her. And I'm like, I thought cats were independent. And then, oh yeah, Joseph always wants to put me in front of the camera and live stream with me. Two different Josephs there. One of those is Joseph and one of those is Flojo. So is there just no voice for this one? Because it says Koi right here. And then, there's no... Oh yeah, we totally do. We're like one big dysfunctional family. As they say, we fight and get on each other's nerves all the time. Okay. I was gonna end the video because it's getting a bit long, but out of curiosity, I clicked on the Flojo one, and... Hey, what's up? You want to hear a joke? 1 times 2. Now that's how you joke. Some people just don't get it. Anyway, what's up with you?
Not everyone thinks so.
I mean, how can you not laugh at that?
Some people just don't know what real humor is.
Yes. Einstein, when he made the infamous 1 time there's 2. It's as funny as 1 time there's 2.
1 times 2? That's the funniest joke ever.
No, I said... Whatever, okay.
I'm glad we share a good sense of humor. No, you.
No, you. No, you.
That is fair enough, but you are the one who said it was funny.
Because it is.
Well, sure. What's brown and sticky?
Oh, gee, I wonder what's brown and sticky.
A stick. But do you know what's red and bad for your teeth? A certain type of berry. Strawberry.
Oh.
You laughed, though.
I didn't laugh, you did. No, you literally laughed at your own joke.
What are you saying? You definitely laughed.
You can't prove it.
Well, I know I heard it.
You heard nothing?
You can't trick me. Yeah, I can. Here's a test. Points behind you.
Nah.
Do it. Puts finger on your shoulder.
Don't put your finger away from me.
Dio, Thrite presses finger hard on your shoulder.
Ow.
Ha ha ha, I got you to look and I didn't even point behind you.
You didn't get me to do shit. You just made my freaking shoulder hurt.
It is fair, though. I tricked you into looking for something that didn't even exist. How did you know?
I'm sorry.
Damn.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I am sorry.
Wait, I just realized something.
What?
Points behind you.
Damn it, Joe, not this again. Ha. I laughed sarcastically.
That wasn't a real laugh. You did a fake laugh.
No Sherlock. Keep that away.
Okay, that was a real laugh.
Damn straight. What you gonna do? What you gonna
Don't do
do
it
when they
again.
come for you, Ghostbusters?
I'll make you say sorry for what you say to me. You better watch what you say. Don't say nah to me.
Nah.
Damn you.
This is fucking funny. I'm sorry, but like, this is too funny.
Shut up. Grr.
I think I've peeved him off.
Don't be laughing, or else. Saying nah to me, you dummy. Mate, are you British?
No, but my friends are. Perhaps. I used to go on Omegle back in the day, and everyone I spoke to would always just be like, "Oh, hey, are you British? Are you from like the UK?" I'm not. I just happen to watch a ton of British YouTubers and have a ton of British friends, and just over time, I just end up saying things and like phrases as like, and everyone just always assumes like, "Oh, you must be British. Oh, you're British. No, I'm not British. I swear. I'm Canadian."
But still, you sound very British when you say it.
Just stop sounding so British. I hate it.
Don't call me bloke. Stop.
Stop.
Don't call me chap. I'm not your bud pal.
I'm not your pal, guy.
I'm not your guy friend. I'm not your buddy pal.
Of all the ways to end this video, this is the best. Of all the ways to end this video, a Canadian South Park joke. Oh my god. I love South Park. Like, I don't usually get offended when people make fun of us, or like they're like, "Oh, Canadians, hey buddy, what's a double-double?" It's just funny to me, and like especially South Park is the funniest thing. I'm gonna end the video here. But if this guy ever makes any more chatbots, I am 100% making a video on them because this is the funniest thing ever to me. Like, you can't look at this and tell me it's not funny. This is like the funniest. Like, dude. Alright, cue the outro. Bye, guys.